Sunsplash, ibi tí ìtọ̀sán oòrùn ti ń tàn lẹ́kìtì, ẹ̀fọn aláàyè làwá wà, tá ti ń dábí aró, tá ń rọ̀ bí òwe. Sunsplash FM, your lively show.
It is 5 p.m. news on Sunsplash FM, and I am Igbaifa Benita. Here are the headlines. Osun accuses police of invading SSG commissioners' homes. Reps declares self-acclaimed DGs appointed. And bets Lagos lead biggest bond borrowers in H1. Timber leaves Arsenal training camp for injury recovery. US to top routine visa processing at Abuja Embassy and 24 other African missions. Police force for invading the residence of the Secretary of the State Government, Teslim Igbalaye, without search warrant. Cultism and other violent crimes across the state. Spokesman for the State Police Command, Superintendent of Police Bright Edafe, disclosed in a signed statement made available to journalists in Warri on Wednesday that the suspect confessed their membership of the dreaded Maftite confraternity during preliminary investigation. According to the police spokesperson, exhibits recovered from the suspect hideout included 1 double-barrel gun, 7 live cartridges, 1 cutlass, 1 Mathai Corp Beret, 7 Android phones, as well as other incriminating items. The suspect in the custody, while efforts are going to apprehend the fleeing suspect, the police statement said. Meanwhile, the State Commissioner of Police, Yemi Oyeniyi, has reassured all Deltans of the command's commitment to sustaining intelligence-led operations against cultism and other violent crimes. He urged members of the public to continue providing credible and timely information to support ongoing efforts to keep Delta State safe. Delta State government has ordered security agencies to track down and prosecute those allegedly responsible for the brutal meeting held at the Petroleum Training Institute, Efurun, in Uvei local government area of the state. The State Commissioner for Works, Rural Roads and Public Information, Mr. Charles Anagu, disclosed this in a signed statement issued on Tuesday, copies of which were made available to newsmen in Warri on Wednesday. The state government described the attack as unacceptable and a threat to public peace. Aniago stressed that the overall administration would not tolerate violence or lawlessness under any guise, warning that those behind the attack would face the full weight of the law. It reaffirmed the state's commitment to maintaining peace, law and order, insisting that no individual, irrespective of status or identity, would be allowed to take the law into their own hands. Meanwhile, the state government has urged residents to remain calm and law-abiding while security agencies carry out investigations into the incident. Newly employed local government workers in Cross River State on Wednesday staged a peaceful protest in Calabar, the state's capital, over 11 months of unpaid salaries, urging Governor Bassey Otu to approve their enrollment on the state's payroll. The protesters, drawn from various local government areas, marched through major streets of the state capital to governor's office despite a downpour, carrying placards with inscriptions such as "We are suffering, payroll us, and we need our salaries." Speaking on behalf of the workers, the process leader, Uche Julius, said many of those employed in 2025 had resumed duty but had yet to receive salaries despite working for almost a year. Responding to the protesters, the secretary to the state government, Prof. Anthony Eno, acknowledged their concerns and assured them that the government was finalizing the process required to address the matter. The Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, has explained why the Nigerian Police Force could not produce Prince Adeyemi Adeniyi, the self-styled Director General of the activities of the controversial body on Wednesday. The committee, chaired by the lawmaker representing Kanke, Kanam, Pakinshi Federal Constituency of Plateau State, Yusuf Gadi, had on Monday. As it resumed the investigative hearing on Wednesday, the IGP was represented by Deputy Director at the Nigeria Police Force National Cyber Crime Center, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Olufemi Akinola, who appeared alongside Assistant Commissioner of Police, Bashir Abdullahi. Addressing the committee, Akinola explained that Adeyemi could not be produced because he was being held pursuant to a valid order of the Federal High Court. The House of Representatives Ad hoc Committee investigating the alleged operations of the disputed Foreign Investment Promotion Council has declared the appointment fake presented by the council's self-acclaimed Director General Adeniyi Adeyemi as fake. The committee's chairman, Yusuf Gagi, disclosed this on Wednesday during continuation investigative hearing in Abuja. According to Gadi, the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Didi Esther Wilson Jack, who appeared before the panel for the second time, also confirmed that the documents presented by Adeyemi were not authentic. Also present at the hearing were Deputy Commissioner of Police Olufemi Akinola and Assistant Commissioner of Police Bashir Abdullahi. Representing the Inspector General of Police, Adeyemi, however, was absent from the hearing. The committee had on Monday described the establishment and operation of the purported council as a serious breach and directed into the Inspector General of Police to produce Adeyemi within 48 hours. Lawmakers said his appearance was necessary to explain how the council allegedly obtained official recognition and processed government correspondence as the investigation continues. The Independent National Electoral Commission has reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring that every vote counts in 2027 general elections, saying it will continue to improve its electoral processes and deploy technology to enhance transparency and credibility. Representing the Commission, the Assistant Director of Voter Education and Planning at INEC, Madeline Aku, stated this on Wednesday at the 2026 News Agency of Nigeria and Nigerian Union of Journalists Democracy Roundtable in Abuja, themed Making Nigerians Vote Count in 2027, the role of INEC. The INEC official also highlighted the Commission's commitment to inclusivity through policies targeting persons with disabilities and other vulnerable groups, saying no eligible voter would be left behind. Aku said INEC had constantly improved its election management processes, noting the transition from smart card readers to the bimodal voter accreditation system and the deployment of the INEC results viewing portal for real-time results transmission. Sports news. Arsenal defender Jurrien Timber has temporarily returned to London from the club's pre-season training camp in Spain as part of his ongoing recovery from a groin injury. The Netherlands international traveled back to England for a scheduled stage of its rehabilitation, with club sources insisting the move is not the result of a setback in his recovery. As reported by BBC Sport on Wednesday, Timber is expected to return to Spain to rejoin Mikel Arteta's squad once he completes the planned work. Although he returned in time to feature in Arsenal's Champions League final defeat to Paris Saint-Germain, the growing problem later forced him to miss international duty with the Netherlands from Ajax in July 2023 for an initial fee of $43 million. Having missed most of his debut season after suffering a torn anterocruciate ligament, Arsenal will be hoping Timber is back to full fitness ahead of the new campaign, with the Gunners set to face Manchester City in the Community Shield on August 16th before opening their Premier League title defense against promoted Coventry City on August 21st. Foreign news. The United States has announced a routine visa processing at its embassy in Abuja, and 24 other diplomatic missions across Africa will end from August 1st, 2026 as part of a broader restructuring of its overseas consular operations. The U.S. Department of State said the move is aimed at centralizing routine visa services in regional hubs to enhance national security, reduce government spending, and ensure greater consistency in visa screening, vetting, and adjudication. In a statement on the U.S. Department of State's website, cited by Sunsplash Online, on Wednesday, the department said the organization aligns with the President Donald Trump's administration's priority of placing America's interests and security first. The department further assured travelers that the policy does not invalidate visas that have already been issued. The United States periodically reviews its global diplomatic operations to reallocate resources and streamline consular services. Under the new arrangements, applicants in countries affected by the policy are expected to access routine visa services through designated regional processing hubs, while embassies and consulates continue to provide other diplomatic and consular assistance. And that's the news.